Welcome to the edge of sound. This is no ordinary frequency. This is the domain where riffs rend reality and rhythm fuels rage. You have summoned TK and Dan, guardians of the underground, prophets of distortion, and seekers of the sacred realm. Here, the weak are crushed beneath blast beats, and only the true endure. From the molten core of metal to the furthest reaches of sonic brutality, prepare yourself. This is TK and Dan, like bands. Begin transmission now.
Welcome back, everybody, to DK and Dan Like Bands. I'm Dan, and I'll admit it, I really like bands.
And I'm DK, and I'm gonna inform you that I like bands. It's a fact. It's a truth. And another truth is we have a wonderful guest, my old buddy Erik Lagerlöf, the man, the myth. He's a legend.
The something. What's going on, everybody?
The man, the myth, the something.
The something. But no, great to be here. Looking forward to this conversation.
Yes, Erik and I go super far back, really, really far.
Yeah,
back.
how many years have we known each other now?
I don't know, since like 2002 or something, like really long time.
Yeah, I want to say 2002, 2003. It's
I don't
been
even,
over 20 years now.
Yeah, easily. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. let's stop putting years out there and numbers because we're rushing towards the grave. Straight as an arrow.
Can't wait, man. Can't wait to get there.
Please take me.
Well, so just as a brief introduction to what we're going to do, I just want to say again, Erik, thank you for coming. This is wonderful. Mm-hmm. I'm glad you're here. Last time we talked about Ghost a lot. We talked about a ton of Ghost, and kind of the conversation was. There's a lot of other great Swedish bands apart from Ghost, and maybe people don't really know that.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So they need to know that. So we're going to tell them about that tonight, but we're not there yet. Mm-hmm. But I just want to give that sort of where we're headed with the overall discussion tonight. So there will be a lot of Sweden tonight. So get ready for that.
I did all Finland, dude. Fuck.
I was Erik. I was going to do all Danish bands. As a joke.
I was going to say, I cannot wait for the discussion on Danish bands we think you should know, because, spoiler alert, there are none.
Zero. Very glad. You haven't changed.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys talking about, like the donut Danish?
Yeah. You know any bands what's got donuts in them?
No. Sorry.
Well, that could be your thing. The thing now is like a masked singer, like a mystery band, right? This is very big. What if the next one was, instead of a mystery band, a pastry band?
A pastry band. They're called the Kringle.
I mean, we have Mac Sabbath, so.
That's true. This is the logical evolution of Mac Sabbath. Maybe we don't release this.
That is funny, though, that you mentioned masked bands, because I'm seeing a lot of those come back. Like that whole aesthetic. Mm-hmm. I've seen bands from like Europe and Germany that have that, which I kind of thought burned out, with like Slipknot and Mudvayne, but I guess we always come back.
You know what's funny? Like, I don't even think about them as masked bands, but they totally are, right? Both of those, like big time. Mm-hmm. That's a defining feature of them. At least Slipknot, for sure. I mean, Mudvayne lost that pretty quick, right?
Yeah, but I was kind of lumped them in.
They're back.
But
yeah, they just signed a deal, right? New record come in within the next year?
DK with the news
No
already.
idea on that. I would have to check.
Ask anyone in this area because everyone is supposedly their cousin.
Well, I mean, they're kind of like Central Illinois' like largest cultural export.
Well,
so-
remember we played a show in their hometown and everyone was like just talking about Mudvayne. I thought that was so lame. It's like you go to Iowa and everyone's talking about Slipknot. It's like, you guys, it's too obvious. Talk about something else.
You know, I just love mentioning Eminem, Missouri born. So
He was born in Missouri?
yeah, doesn't claim it. It's a Missouri fact. 1. I got 8 tonight. So
Missouri facts. Here we go. Dan bringing you those facts.
I just always remember him like hyping up Detroit, so
he was raised there. Born in Missouri, though.
Interesting.
more you know.
Interesting. I'm trying to think of famous people from here.
Mudvayne.
Mudvayne.
It's-
Yeah, related to our conversation. Yeah, like is the answer Mudvayne?
Smashing Pumpkins.
The Pumpkins.
Well, like, I mean, because you think of Illinois and everybody just goes and gravitates towards Chicago, but I'm thinking specifically like central, southern Illinois.
our
like
area.
those two regions. I don't know anyone other than Mudvayne.
Our desolate nothing of an area.
Yeah. I can't think of anyone.
Well, there was a band called Estrus, but we don't have to talk about that.
Oh, yeah, fuck those guys.
That's
They're assholes.
my favorite record.
No, it's not.
I listened to a little bit this week.
Did you?
Yeah.
You can be honest. If you didn't like it, it's fine.
Who did the cover art for the second album?
That would be our vocalist, right? Dustin Thacker.
Yeah.
But the hands.
Is it the one with the
But
arms?
the hands.
Yeah, those are actually...
Those are your hands.
Those are actually my hands.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah, I remember like we made like fake blood and got them all dirty. It was like corn syrup and red food coloring, and I was just holding my hands like that while he took the picture from behind me. And
Something that could have easily been photoshopped.
yeah, and I remember we went to, I think it's the town of Pana, like
God.
east of Springfield. And I don't remember why we had to go that far for pictures of hands.
Because there would be nobody on the road?
I don't know, we were dumb.
That's up by Auburn.
Yeah,
Pawnee.
You're in the right area, dude. You know the area.
it might. Yeah, it was either. It was
Why
either
do you
Pana
know
or
that,
Pawnee.
Dan?
I've spent many drunken nights in Pawnee, Illinois.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Dan, you've been in my hood.
Dude,
We're all like, yeah,
That is insane to me that you know Pawnee.
we're all like borderline related here.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah, we're all cousins. So we should...
fuck.
Well, I was going to say kiss.
if we want to keep it super Midwestern, then yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. Enough of telling everybody where we're fucking at. Shit.
Yeah, I don't care. They can find out. There's nothing here. Come take it. There's nothing. I do want to get through this. Dan, I think people that heard the intro might be wondering what the fuck. What was that about? And I think maybe we should go over this because I have a lot of good energy right now towards the Doom franchise. Doom Dark Ages just came out, right?
Yes, sir.
And for our top 3 for me, if you want to get into that, if you're cool with that now,
Let's do it.
we wanted to cover the Doom franchise. We limited it to the modern Doom games. So Doom 3 and onwards. Sorry to the classic Doom fans. I'm included in that. I just wanted it to be the modern Doom games. So Doom 3 and onwards. And we wanted to do our top 3 favorite Doom tracks. Eric, did you do this or no? Because I kind of made it optional for you. So if you didn't do this, it's totally fine.
Yeah, this is not really in my wheelhouse or credentials. So you boys have.
Okay,
it.
you can clock out. All right. Dan, you want to go first?
Yeah, all right. This is fun. I will say that. I'm glad these soundtracks exist. For number 3, I'm going with From the Ashes by Finishing Moves off of Doom the Dark Ages.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude. It's pretty good.
I don't want to throw any contentious things in there already, but we talked about not including that soundtrack.
Yeah, I know.
So you're already breaking the rules.
Yes, sir.
You know what? That's what I like about you, Dan. Throw it in there.
That's kind of why I asked
rules.
you last night, because I was listening and I was like, this is fucking, like, this is pretty good.
All right. I'll allow it.
All right.
Tell me why it's good. What about it? What is it? Tell me about it.
Have you ever heard of these guys' finishing moves?
I don't think so, no.
They've done some other gaming soundtracks as well. But yeah, man, I think it fits all the elements from the 2016. That was the newer one that came out, right?
Yep.
So it has a lot of those elements, but it's got some good breakdown parts. That last like 3 minutes is just straight up. Yeah, you want to take that fucking blade to everything, you know? And that's what it's about, man.
All right. Well, maybe that goes in the playlist. I don't know. That sounds good. I maybe have heard it in the game. I don't know. I'm about halfway through the game at this point.
Yeah, you might have heard it already.
Okay. Great. Well, cool. With that in mind, I only included Doom 3 and then the modern 2016 and Doom Eternal in my list. So I'm going to go. My number 3 was Hellwalker from Doom 2016. This is a Mick Gordon adjust. This is the one where it's like it's a slower pace. It's almost like, to me it feels like a little bit like the Doom guy, like the Doom Slayer's like sort of entrance music. It's like what you want to hear when you're getting ready to play Doom. It like gets you hyped up. It's got like a slower, like more deliberate pace, and it's like confidently powerful, and like it feels like violence is about to happen, and maybe you get
Bubbling.
a little bit of that. Yeah. It's awesome. It has these sweet, like sort of electronic. I can't really tell. I'm sure they're electronic, but the drums sound amazing, dude. The drums sound so good. Yeah, I just love the I don't know, groove, I guess you call it, but that's a great one. So Hellwalker, that's a Mick I keep wanting to say Mick Garris because I used to listen to his podcast, but that's a different guy. So yeah, that's from the 2016. Check that one out. I love it.
It's a good pick. In my top 5, I'll say that.
Okay, that's fair.
Number 2 for me, The Only Thing They Fear Is You from Doom Eternal. There at the end, it goes almost like a fucking 80s horror movie.
Yes.
And it's about 6 minutes long, but it's, like I said, a lot. I feel like I'm saying the same thing for these, but it's just so Doom. Like,
Yeah. That's what you want.
yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I can't disagree. Like that's a really good track. Well, we'll see. We'll see if it comes up on my list or not. But that is a really, really good choice. So I think a lot of people will agree that should be there. My number 2 is the Doom 3 theme. It sounds like Tool. It's obviously just Tool. They have said the Doom 3 music should be Tool. What I love about it is it sounds like throwback, like Enema era Tool, right?
Yes.
And it kind of nails that vibe in a really good way. But it also because I did play Doom 3 when it was new, and I was listening to Tool at that time. So for me, it's just like it creates this like really nice nostalgic kind of kick that I really enjoy. So I'm a big nostalgia guy. So Doom 3 theme, I think, is it by Tweaker? Is that officially the name of the band? I've seen different things out there, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's some fan-made ones if you go on Spotify.
There's a couple on there, yeah.
Yeah.
Which the one of them is pretty good, but yeah, I don't know really. I think Tweaker is the original band.
Okay.
I think I read that, but check that one out. It's very much like some good Tool.
Yeah, I agree. DK number 1, Rip and Tear from Doom 2016. The title says it all. This was the return of the new age of getting into Doom, and the older fucks like us are like, yes, finally we have a good entry again.
Yep.
So, and it says it in the title, man. Rip and Tear that's what you want to do, man. You want to see some pentagrams spinning, some fucking chainsaws spraying blood everywhere.
My God. Yes. Yes. And that dialogue in the game where the guy's like, rip and tear until it is done. Oh my God. And it's never done because Doom is eternal. Goddamn. Yep. Good choice. I love that one. I think that's the one. I could be wrong, but there's a live performance where they perform that at some like video game awards. I'm pretty sure that was the track they played. And it's pretty cool. It's like really high energy and it just gets you hyped for Doom for sure.
I have to look that up.
It's good. Okay. My number one, listen, it should, I don't know if people are, I think people are going to be mad at me. But as we always say with these top threes, these are top three from me, not you.
Yes.
All right? So shut up. My top number one is from Doom 2016, and it is BFG Division. It's the perfect demon slaughtering music. It sounds like Meshuggah. It sounds like Gojira. It's just like this rhythmic, chuggy-ass, heavy-ass, driving, just demon slaughtering orgasm. But then it has this like it does that little like tribal rhythmic thing for a while, but then it goes into this fucking awesome like sort of shitty sci-fi like lead that it's hard to explain, but it's like I don't know, but it's like this synth lead that I just love, and it fits right over the chuggy rhythmic thing, and it's to me it's just like, yeah, this is Doom, baby. Here we go. Chainsaw time.
Yes.
So yeah, that's our top three and me for Doom. Eric, you played any of those Doom games, or is that not really your style?
Yeah, not really my style. I'm more into like grand strategy, things like that. It's been a while since I played anything from the Doom franchise.
Sure. Yeah, that's cool. You like? I know recently we talked. You liked Zomboid, right?
Yeah, I was a huge fan of Project Zomboid. I know it has a very unique like kind of UI, but from like a like depth perspective, like their attention to detail and the realism that they put into it is fantastic.
I bought it last year, and I played it for about 30 minutes, and I said, I'm refunding this. I can't play this. It is not my style. I tried.
Yeah. They have released a few new builds since then that are way different and way better. It looks a lot better. It plays a lot better, obviously, as they evolve the game. So it's worth checking out, I would say,
all right.
if you shelved it a long time ago.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
Yeah. And if you don't like it, I mean, that's fine. I don't get, offended.
Why are you mad? Calm down. Guys, you both have seen some shows recently, right?
Yeah.
Who wants to go first? Show and tell.
Eric's the guest.
I mean,
Go ahead.
Absolutely. I will. So just so everyone knows, I'm from Denver. I've been living here for about 10 years now. So I was able to see Meshuggah, Cannibal Corpse, and the band Carcass just off of Colfax here in Denver at a really cool metal venue called the Fillmore Auditorium. Carcass opened up. I don't know if you are very familiar with them, Krefft.
I know them.
I think they were pretty instrumental in like the early grindcore scene, although they definitely took a turn into more rocky territory.
I think of them as like kind of thrashier, really.
Yeah. The thing that I thought was interesting was after a while, they're playing and their vocalist, steps up to the mic and starts talking, and he gave a specific shout out to the band Cephalic Carnage, which is from here in Denver. And I don't know if there was some bad blood between them in the past, but essentially he said, I want to give a shout out to my boys in Cephalic Carnage. Isn't it funny that all the bands that they toured with back in the day ended up getting really, really famous, and they're stuck here flipping burgers? Isn't that funny? Like, everyone was like, "Oh fuck!" Like, calling them out on their home turf.
Oh my god!
So
did they make it back to the bus that night? No idea. Cannibal Corpse was second. They
I was never a huge death metal fan. I was more into black metal. I'm more of the guy that I'll put on a death metal track once or twice a day, and I'm like, okay, I've been brutal enough, and I move on. But I mean, it was fun seeing them because I feel like they're kind of like the Slayer of death metal.
That's a good
like
way
when
to
you think of death metal. Yeah, they're like the death metal band that I think a lot of people know, or at least have like a meme attached to them.
Well, I think the Ace Ventura thing really helps. A lot of people know them just as a joke, right?
For sure.
Just from that. Was this your first time
seeing Cannibal Corpse?
No. Yeah, was it?
No, yeah, it was my first time with Cannibal Corpse. Not at that venue though. I do think it was quaint that they ended with Hammer Smash Face. I will say that was just a cool experience.
That's fun.
And then Meshuggah was amazing. I mean, all like you think of how rhythmic and tight they are in the studio. It was exactly that live.
God damn.
My one complaint though with them is they did have a very in-your-face light show. And it almost got to be too much. It was almost like an assault on your eyes after, 45 minutes.
Sure.
But very mild complaint. Sounded fantastic. It was a great experience. I'm glad I got to see them live. That was my first time for Meshuggah too.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen them yet. I really want to. I mean, yeah. I can only imagine that it's just like wall-to-wall brutality with them, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. There was no... It did not let up.
There's
that entire show. I mean, when you have Carcass and
Cannibal Corpse
and Meshuggah, there wasn't really a break
in
the noise, right?
That's cool. That's cool as hell.
Yeah.
Seen anything else recently?
So the other show that I've been to recently, two shows actually. I saw the band AETHRA, which they are, if you're not familiar with them, they do a lot of like pre-Christian Nordic folk music, like Norwegian folk.
All right.
I think their main, their front man and main contributor is the guy who wrote all the music for the series Vikings.
Oh, cool.
To give you an idea. Yeah.
So we're really doing it. They're really doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I saw them at Red Rocks, which is just hands down my favorite venue. And they're all out there in the old school Nordic like costumes, and they're all playing Nordic folk instruments. They didn't have any modern instruments up there on stage. They were amazing. And then Chelsea Wolfe opened for them.
Yep. I remember you texting me that night. Okay, yeah. Decent. And I was like, I like Chelsea Wolfe. Yeah. She's good.
Yeah, she was decent. Still put on her music from time to time here and there. That was my first experience with her. And then prior to that, I saw Gojira, Lorna Shore, and Mastodon at Fiddler's Green Amphitheater here in Denver, which was a lot of fun.
Yes.
That was great.
I saw Gojira, what year was it? Like 2000, I want to say 2009.
Oh, wow.
I don't, they were with In Flames
a while ago.
At the pageant. Dan, were you around during that time?
No. Who did they open for the first time I seen them? Was it Mastodon again? Because I too went to the Mastodon, Gojira, and Lorna Shores in St. Louis show.
Right.
Oh, great.
Same tour. Cool. Tour buddies.
Yeah, that was a good lineup.
But no, it wasn't In Flames. I think it was when we went to Mastodon and them at the pageant. Maybe? In Russian Circles? No, that was Russian Circles, Eagles of Death Metal. Who the fuck? Maybe it was a Point Fest or some shit. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Or no. They opened for Slayer, maybe. I don't know.
All right. I didn't mean to derail.
You're losing me, man. I'm getting old.
All right. Well, Dan.
I did see Chelsea Wolfe. It was the middle of the day. It was weird.
Yeah, I don't feel like that would be the best show.
She was doing her laundry. I was out the back window. I could see right in.
90 degrees outside and at like noon, and they're like, "Welcome, Chelsea Wolfe." And I was like,
"That's some moody shit that you don't want at noon."
No.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be dark.
I don't feel like that would be that great of a show during the day.
Like imagine like Dimmu Borgir at like 11 a.m.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You guys,
that would be so bad.
You want to hear a fun fact about my research for this episode?
Yes.
Sure.
Never knew Meshuggah was a band from Sweden. I always thought they were Americans. I was like, oh shit.
That's cool.
Yeah, we will Spoiler alert, we will be talking about them.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. If they're not on everybody's list, I don't know what we're doing here.
They're not on my list.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know what we're doing here.
I recently went to Arkansas down at the Walmart Amphitheater. Very nice.
Is it really called the Walmart Amphitheater?
It's called the Walmart Amphitheater.
God.
Jesus Christ.
Rogersville.
I totally expect that.
Rogers. That is owned by Walmart, that whole town. Very nice town. Mm-hmm. Very nice amphitheater. A little on the smaller side, so wasn't bad. We did watch Primus, A Perfect Circle, and Pussifer. Pussifer really shined, I thought.
Really?
Yeah. I think that's the second time I've seen all those bands. So, but for $60, you get that many bands. They're all playing at one time, or they take turns, 3 and 3.
That's cool as hell.
Maynard just kind of sits up there. The other band's on a couch and just hang out. They got 3 drum sets on a thing.
I've seen a lot of footage from this tour. It seems great.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, I was going to go see that here in Denver, and I missed it, unfortunately. I'm kind of jealous you saw that because that just sounded like a great time.
Yeah, I mean, not bad.
What were the standouts? You said Pussifer. Any certain tracks or any crazy antics? What was that Maynard fella up to?
I really think that if you really want to hear a range of his vocal abilities, you should go see Pussifer.
I believe you.
I do too, yeah. I've heard those albums, I know.
The Remedy, I love that song.
That's one of their best tracks. Smacked in the fucking mouth.
We got a remedy for you. The Outsider, they did really well on that one.
That
for
rules.
Perfect Circle. I'm not a big Primus guy. I think it's amazing that he has just been a weird bass weirdo and has made a career out of that.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I respect the hell out of him, and I can do like 2 or 3 tracks, and I'm like, all right, I got Primus in for the month. But yeah, they were cool too, man. It's cool to see him live.
My question always,
I get it.
Well, with Primus, my question is always like, with a lot of bands, and I would say most bands, you can kind of tell where they came from. You know, you can kind of tell what their ancestors are as far as like the music, but like, what the fuck happened to make Primus?
I have no idea.
Is it Mormon or something?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't know where you can't be like, oh, well, they kind of sound like this and that together, but it's like I don't know. I don't know. He's a wild man. Mm-hmm. I have a soft spot for sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I never got into them.
Go ahead.
I never got into them at all. And
well, and you're a bass player.
And I'm a bass player. But I just every time I hear them, I'm like, this is just too left field for me to get into. I respect his talent, but it's just never been something that I enjoy.
Yeah, they just got the new drummer, and I think he did very well. And I kind of focused a little more this time on their guitarist, who I was like, what a hard job it is for this. He comes in and he's like, this is what I got. And he's like, all right, I'll solo off that. And it sounds just as weird as the bass, but it's like, man, that's like, he's a good guitarist. I'm like, God damn.
Unfortunately, overshadowed forever.
My name
he
is
has
Mud.
no chance. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, yeah, good show. Next week is Static X, Guar, and Dope.
Who's doing the vocals for Static X?
I believe it's the guy from Dope.
Okay.
Is that confirmed? Do we actually know that?
Yes, I believe
I
so.
had never looked into that. I know he wears the mask. Is it the same guy? Or do they have someone else this tour? Is it the same guy?
No, it's the guy from Dope. I can't remember I know they're brothers, but it's one of the brothers from Dope. Okay. They basically do Wisconsin Death Trip, so I'm there for Guar though. I've never seen Guar. I've always wanted to, so
I saw them in the
respect.
I think I told the story already because I saw them with Cradle of Filth, so
you
I don't need to tell that
in
story
blood
again.
And freezing, yeah.
Yeah, got sick afterwards for sure. They infected me with something.
It's metal as hell, dude.
It was.
DK, you got anything lined up?
Not until Ghosts, and then Manson, like we talked about, which I said I didn't want to go to, and then tickets were bought, and I have to go because I'm the driver. So I will be seeing Manson later in the year, against my wishes.
I'm interested.
I wonder how that would be, man. I've seen some ads for his next tour, or his tour that's going on. I just really worry about the quality there.
Well, we keep hearing that he's doing better, but so I'll report. Don't worry, I'll report back.
Can't wait to hear.
It's at the pageant.
Yeah, they say he sounds great right now.
Okay.
And I've seen the motherfucker like 6 times. It hasn't been great.
I mean, I wonder how he sounded after. I wonder how he sounded after he got punched in that Denny's, but I don't know.
I had a dream last night, Denny's.
What was he doing? Like, for a while, he thought it was David Bowie or something. Like, he was doing Bowie covers and, like, but not really singing, kind of just doing that. He sings it like this. He did, like, Whiskey Bar or whatever. I fucking hated that.
Yeah, I don't know which album it was, but he has a song called, I think, Leave a Scar. That was pretty good. I enjoyed that one. But all the newer stuff past, like, his quote-unquote classic albums, I just really haven't dug into.
Same.
Thank God this show exists, Eric. And we'll be sure to invite you back on Marilyn Manson's later
We'll do a Manson night.
later albums.
Yes. You can just say "God damn it" for an hour and a half
And spit.
Yeah, I don't have anything else until I have a couple things that I'm looking at, but right now there's some things keeping me from doing that, like car issues and other things. But hopefully we'll get back to some shows soon. Dan, I'd like to go with you. We'll see. I'll let you know. But otherwise, we'll see.
I got
yeah, I don't really have anything else on the horizon. So.
I got Post Malone next month as well, so we'll talk about that. It's with the lady, so
That'll be fun. Yeah, but you're gonna have a good time.
13th anniversary, so
Oh, well,
why not?
Congrats.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see. I might be divorced by then.
Stay together. If nothing else, stay together for Post Malone. Do it for Post.
Yeah, fuck the kids. Let's go to Post.
All right, guys. Anything else in that department?
Nah, man.
Yeah, nothing for me. I mean, kids make it hard, man.
Yep, for sure. Well, Zora wants to go. She's 12. She'll be 13 in November. She's starting to be interested in like musicals and stuff. And she's like, well, I would go to a show. I would go. She wanted to go see Ghost, but it's just impossible at this point. She loves them.
Now, did she ever get into any like metal that you've listened to because it's quote unquote dad's music and she wants to be like dad, or did you have any of that?
Only when she was really small, but then now she is like she loves musicals.
Okay.
So we're in an unfortunate position where I'm hearing musicals coming from her room and she's singing musical stuff. I mean, whatever. Let her enjoy what she wants to enjoy, and I'm going to try to take her to see Phantom of the Opera, and she wants to see the Beetlejuice. We'll try to do all that. But those tickets are crazy.
I bet.
Fabulous Fox Theater.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yes.
I've been many times.
Great venue.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Great venue.
Mine's 10. And like nothing yet, man. I'm just
Oh, wow.
Zora wasn't super into music until recently when she now plays guitar. She sings now. She's in band at school. She all of a sudden like just became a musician. So, yeah. Anyway.
Nice.
Just a couple of dads talking about their kids on a metal podcast.
For sure.
it's metal as hell, dude.
Well, gentlemen, if it's time, we can get straight to Sweden.
I'm ready. That is what I'm here for.
Yes. So
Pulling up the notes. Yeah.
pull it up. So we all have a couple of Swedish bands that we want to make sure that people know these bands. Like, look, Ghost is hot right now. We get that. We love it. We know. We're with you. But there are some other great, inarguably better bands from Sweden that people need to know about.
Yeah, and it's funny because a lot of people don't really realize that a lot of bands or a lot of music that they listen to come from Sweden or have like had a Swede in that's had their hand in the composition. I mean, the country is a real heavyweight in music in general. I think that the world's most successful exporter of music, like on a per capita basis, which is kind of fascinating because there's only 10 million people in the nation.
Dan, was that in your research?
I did a little bit, you know.
That is wild, right?
I mean, you can't deny it. I mean, you look at all genres as well. I mean, you got ABBA, you got Ace of Base in the 90s. You got a ton of house music and EDM that people love from there. Yep. Mm-hmm. And then, these dudes, they just brew up that fucking doom, black death. Like, they can play some fucking metal, man.
Yeah, metal is huge over there.
Well, who wants to throw out the first name? Let's go. Let's do this.
So, in no particular order, I'd be happy to start.
Go ahead.
Hit us.
And given my background in a huge fan of being a black metal musician in metal bands in the past, I would have to kick us off with the band Bathory from the wonderful town of Vällingby. When we think about black metal, I think they're important because most people, I would say, focus on the Norwegian scene, which is technically the second wave of black metal. But these guys are really instrumental in creating that first wave of black metal, kind of laying the foundation of like the Scandinavian sound. I mean, Blood, Fire, Death, absolutely classic from a black metal standpoint. But my personal favorite of theirs is the album Hammerheart. You can arguably say it started Viking metal as a genre from back in 1990. I still listen to that, and it sounds just as powerful as I think it did, when it was recorded. A lot of albums don't really age well. This still really has that spark.
Let me ask you this, because maybe some people listening don't really know the black metal thing. Mm-hmm. Do you maybe want to just give a brief explanation for black metal?
Of what it is as a genre? Yeah, I would say so. Black metal really kind of grew out of death metal and the extreme metal scene. I would say back in the 80s, with that first wave that I mentioned, and it was in a way a rebellion against death metal, because I feel like at that time you had so many bands that were coming out in the death metal scene where they were trying to be as polished as possible. They were trying to, you think about album artwork, it being very, very well done with, professional artists, etc. Whereas the black metal bands kind of turned that around to be, let's be as lo-fi as possible. My favorite story is, I think it was the band from Norway, Ulver. They got signed as a black metal band to a large record label and got a big old lump sum of money handed to them to go record their albums. They fucking, the story goes, they blew it on a nice car, a bunch of cocaine, and they just recorded their next album on a 4-track in the woods. So that kind of is kind of black metal, the kind of black metal ethos in a nutshell. And as we'll get to, also, burning churches and killing people apparently, but.
Hell yeah. I mean, is this a good time? Eric, we can't go this far and not mention, you have an amazing black metal project. We have to talk about it. It's so good.
Well, and I guess in the context of this show, I could list my credentials here, and those credentials are I really have none. I don't have a Scandinavian studies degree or anything, but from a music standpoint, played in the band AETHRA with you back in the day. Also have a side project called AETHRA, which is signed to Naturmark Productions out of Bamberg, Germany.
I used to live there.
So I've recorded. What?
I used to live in Bamberg, Germany.
Really?
How fucking crazy is that?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. So I've recorded 2 albums, released 2 albums with them. Working on another. It'll get done eventually. But black metal is kind of in my blood.
I mean, like, people need we will link it. Like, it'll be in the description of this show. Your black metal shit is so good.
Thank you.
It
sir.
really is. I love it. I wish you had like 8 more records for me to just cycle through. I know it's not that easy as a solo artist.
Yeah, the next album's coming along. I just need to get the vocals done, and then it's pretty much finished. But it's just it's hard, man. It's a solo artist doing all these songs on your own that are 10 minutes long, and I really enjoy making electronic music on the side.
Yes.
Too, so.
Yes. All right. We'll just quickly say we have a project called Home is Midnight. That's out there. You can find it. We don't have to talk about it.
Yep.
It's out there. But yeah, no, people should check it out. So there will be a link in the description. And I know we're talking about Swedish stuff, but god damn it. This stuff sounds Swedish, right? It totally does.
And I guess on the Swedish side, I do want to say before we, get going too far, you mentioned, Dan, that you lived in Bamberg. I did spend a hot minute over in the town of Västerås, Sweden, lived over there. Family came from Sweden back in the day, speak the language, etc. So definitely have a huge interest in Sweden. So this has been a lot of fun to research and talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's an honor to have you.
Thank you.
Dan, you want to go next? Or do you want me to take it?
Good call, DK. He knows more than us, so we look
I know. That's why I said he's the right guy.
All right, I'll go. I got about four in here. I look at a list of these bands, and obviously this is DK's area. So I try to go a little different with some of the picks. But I think we'll play it pretty close to DK's on my first band here that I'm having just such a wonderful fucking time being eaten by Bloodbath, who are just some gross out fun. They've always been on my radar, but I kind of zoned in on them for this little project here. That
Oh,
we have
really?
going
For the
on.
first time?
Yeah. And
Oh, that's fun.
like I said, I'm having a blast with that. So it's been a constant rotation. So I'll start off with Bloodbath.
Hell yeah. They're having some lineup problems though currently, like right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, they've always had that, but yeah.
Is it still the main, Catatonia and Opeth?
Yeah, but the Catatonia has kind of imploded, and I don't
Okay.
know.
All right.
I don't know what. I don't think it's going to continue as it was. We will see.
Is there a story behind that with Bloodbath, or
Yeah.
or are you referring to Catatonia?
So Catatonia kind of imploded, and so that's
Really?
right. They still have a new record, but the guitar player, also a Bloodbath guy, Anders, right? Isn't that his name, Anders?
Yeah, I think I remember reading that.
I could be wrong. I could have the names wrong. But Jonas is Jonas, however you want to say it. He's the singer.
Jonas.
Yeah. Okay, wait, tell me this. His last name is Renske. Surely it's not pronounced Renski. How do you say it?
You said Renske.
Like Rensk?
I would say Renhue.
Okay, well, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Thank you for answering, I guess. But basically,
But I'm sure, and then you're probably going to have a native speaker that's going to bust me on that. But that's how I would read that in my head.
it's all right. Well, so basically, the long story short, the two founding members of Catatonia that existed still have had a huge fight, and they don't. So really, only Jonas remains in Catatonia. So new guitar player, pretty much new everything. Although I do love the two new songs are awesome. So we'll see how that goes. But what, Eric? What? Say something that's going to piss me off. No, go ahead.
Yeah, man. I listened to one of the new ones. I think it was called Lilac. It was the first one that was released, and it just didn't do anything for me. I mean, it sounded like paint by numbers Catatonia, and it kind of faded in the background. I'm sure it may be a grower. But
it is. I felt similarly the first time I heard it. I was like,
Okay.
But I've heard it 15 times, and it works for sure. But yeah, I totally understand what you're saying.
All right. Before you start getting all Catatonia on us, I will say Nightmare Made Flesh from 2005. That would be the album I'd go with for Bloodbath.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a great choice.
Good stuff. So Krefft, where are you heading in all of this?
Well, I have a bunch here. I picked like 10, but like I'm going to shave some of these off, I think. So the very first one I'm going to tell you guys about, I'm sure you guys know, the Halo Effect. You guys know Halo Effect?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar.
Oh, Eric.
Whoa.
Let me ask you a question. What if In Flames was good again and had the vocalist from Dark Tranquillity?
Oh, that sounds.
What would you say?
Yeah,
It's melodic death at its best. It is the classic Gothenburg sound. I mean, it is what you want to hear. It really is like the glory days of the In Flames style Swedish metal, dude. I don't know what else. I mean, just they have 2 records. Put them both on.
Yeah, what's the record you recommend?
Both of them. They're both awesome. They're both good. The new, I mean, there's one from just this last year, and then there's another one from 22, maybe. I don't know exactly, but both of them. But listen to them both. You will smile.
Yeah.
They are what, like if they existed back when we were hardcore doing music, we would worship them. I guarantee you, we would worship them. They are awesome.
Yeah, I'm super excited to hear that because my biggest problem with metal recently is it's been hard to get into new metal bands and new metal records because for some reason it just sounds so stale now. Most new records that I hear are honestly, they sound like, that one album that I loved from 14 years ago. It just, there's not a lot of innovation in the genre, at least in my opinion right now. So anytime that I can find new metal that I really enjoy, I'm excited to hear that.
I mean, I think it's going to sound like an album you enjoyed 20 years ago, but I think you'll like it. I mean, there's no way you don't at least go, okay, that's going on a playlist. There's no way. You will love it. I can't believe you don't. I'm so glad I can give you the gift of the Halo effect.
Yeah, I'm saving them right now.
Yep. It's very much our shit.
Perfect.
All right, Eric, give me another one.
So kind of going along with the black metal theme here, I would say my next recommendation would be Dissection from the town of Strömstad. Probably their most famous album, Storm of the Light's Bane from 1995, is classic second wave black metal, from Sweden as opposed to most of that style coming from Norway. By today's standards, though, the frontman of the band would be considered, I would say, in quotes here, slightly problematic.
Oh, I see.
Think about it with black metal, with like the church burnings, the murders, etc. I mean, he was convicted as like an accessory to the 1997 murder of a Algerian immigrant. I believe he was also gay. So definite hate crime there.
Oh.
He served 10 years. And then I think he ended up like literally being discovered in the middle of a circle of like lit candles with a self-inflicted gunshot wound next to a satanic grimoire. So one of those gentlemen.
It took us 4 bands to get to a hate crime and a suicide. Yeah.
Black metal at its finest, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah. But from a musical standpoint, very, very, like one of the better releases in that genre, I would say.
It doesn't surprise me. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Dan. Go ahead.
Oh, you're fine, DK. Whenever you talk about first and second wave, do you have like years for that, or?
Yeah, I would say I think the first wave would be late 80s to early 90s, and then in the mid 90s, early to mid 90s would be the second wave, which was really the most famous wave of black metal.
Immortal and shit
mostly
like that.
coming out of Norway. Yeah, like Burzum, Dark Throne, Emperor coming out of Norway, and then Dissection, as I just mentioned, and then that's when you had the rise of Dimmu Borgir and Cradle of Filth as well, which kind of expanded it into a more mainstream direction.
Isn't it funny to call Cradle of Filth mainstream?
Yeah, I know, right?
But I can't argue with you.
Yeah. I mean, they're arguably along with... I don't know if Dimmu Borgir would be the most... I don't want to say mainstream, but most commercial, successful black metal band. Or Cradle of Filth.
I would say that it's got to be Cradle.
Those,
it's got to be Cradle just based on their discography, but also, like, they're not true black metal anymore.
No. They really kind of split off from that. I mean, they were great about bringing in, like, the gothic element to black metal. But, I wouldn't call them, like, true black metal. At least not past their first or second record. Although I will say Dusk in Her Embrace was amazing. But
it counts. That counts. Mm-hmm. God damn, it counts.
He's reaching for anything here. defender of the filth.
That's us.
Defender of the filth. Oh, great term. So,
All right.
yeah, open to hearing another pick.
All right, let me give you guys a little hard rock, a little blues, a little psychedelic. All right? I'm talking about Graveyard.
Oh, okay.
You guys ever heard of these?
I've heard of them. I haven't heard their music though.
All right, yeah. You got to throw up some blues in there. They're leaning a little more psychedelic on their later albums.
Were they like doom metal as well, or
No,
okay?
Well, you might. I got another one. You might be thinking of the other one. But kind of the 2012, there was a lot of Swedish bands that were more rock oriented, more hard rock, I guess. But yeah, these guys pretty good. They got an album out in 2023 called Six. And it's a really good mix of just like bluesy hard rock stuff. And dude's got some pipes. I would recommend that album. There's a song called "I Follow You" on there, which is really good.
Oh, he's a plumber. I see. Understood. I'll check it out for sure. I'll
Like I
report
said,
back on that.
I knew you two would be very heavy, so
Well, okay. Should I just get? Let's just get Opeth out of the way.
I was gonna say, can I buy a vowel? So,
Yeah. Welcome to Blackwater Park. I'll be your guide. Listen, I do want people. If you don't know Opeth, I urge you to listen to them. Just start in the middle. Start in the middle. Look at that discography and just go right in the middle, and that's when it's the best. I'm thinking, really, Blackwater Park. I'm thinking, Ghost Reveries is like one of my top albums of anything ever made.
I would say Ghost Reveries, man, is damn near a perfect album.
I think it's okay to call it a perfect album. I think it is. Mm-hmm. Holy shit. I don't know where to even begin to tell you about Opeth. It's progressive, it's heavy. There's elements of death metal, but then there's this medieval acoustic guitar, sort of folksy, sort of ghost story sounding haunted. What is it? I don't know, but it's definitely like it's evolved to become more progressive and sort of proggy in that way. He does do the growls. He has an amazing singing voice, so that's all there. I think the moral of the story is, like, I could talk to you about Opeth all night. They're one of my top bands, like, period, of anything ever. They're just the best. So I'm just going to, like, leave it there. Like, if you guys aren't listening to Opeth and you're interested in any of this, please listen to Opeth. Start with Ghost Reveries and just branch out.
Yeah, and they had such a unique style of blending that progressive metal with death metal that I can't think of another band that did it as well. And the level of talent that their frontman Michael Okerfeldt has is ridiculous. But I'll be honest, I kind of lost interest in some of their later releases because they kind of lost that unique sound and became, while still very good, to me, just another prog rock band.
I see what you mean. But, like, I even defend, I like those records. They're fine because you can put them on and go, well, it's still Opeth. I can put them on for a different vibe. But if...
Yeah, and I guess how many times can you crank out Ghost Reveries, right?
Maybe 2, 3. But
yeah.
I would argue that they have a couple records that come pretty close. Like, Watershed is like, like a B-side, essentially. It feels like it anyway, to Ghost Reveries. But yeah, no, you're right. It is a masterpiece, and I just don't think it can ever be topped. And there are other bands that are kind of stealing that style and doing it in a similar way, but I think it really comes down to the songwriting and the vocals of Åkerfeldt. Like you said, he's unique. He's untouchable. He's got the stuff. He's got the secret sauce, the secret Swedish sauce. I don't know, man. Love that guy. I saw them with Catatonia once, and it was like the best night of my life.
That would have been a great show. I saw them at Pops.
I did too.
Right after Ghost Reveries was released. We might have been at that same
I think
show
we
together.
were probably. And then I saw them at the pad. I've seen Opeth like 3 or 4 times. He made a Metal Gear Solid reference, and I think I shit myself. As a little nerd that I am, I was like, what? It was crazy. So yeah, Opeth, please and thank you. What's your next pick?
Great.
Eric?
So, we're going to diverge from metal here in a little bit, but, I want to definitely call out the band At the Gates. They instrumental in creating, that Gothenburg melodic death metal scene. And actually, Krefft, fun fact, their drummer, Adrian Erlinson, went on to play in the Midian-era Cradle of Filth.
I knew that.
And obviously with, the song Her Ghost in the Fog, that was actually the song that got me into extreme metal. So I owe a lot to that band.
Amazing. Amazing. Dan?
All right, let's go to Witchcraft.
Please.
Ooh, good call.
Folky, Legend from 2012 would probably be their best album, I think. A little Black Sabbath-y.
Yeah, I think of them as just like a rock band, right? They're just more like rock, but with a different flavor.
Big riffs, good singer, but black metal from 2020. I don't know if not a lot of people. It was released and it got some praise from, and that's how I came about it. I mean, I knew them from 2012. I think they broke up for a little bit. Same with Graveyard. They took a break as well. And then they came back with black metal in 2020. That's the name of the record. And it is just, it's not an everyday listen, but it's very folky, very, what was the term you used, DK? Medieval folk, I guess, earlier.
Yeah.
But really, really good. So check it out. It's very slow, but if you want more of the bangers and the big riffs, go with Legend. And Nucleus is their second one. They go a little more psychedelic on that one, but well-rounded band there. Really good.
Okay. I remember listening to that Witchcraft, that one album, that first album. What is it called? Is it self-titled? What is it called?
It's Legend.
Legend, that's it. Yeah. I listened to that. Spotify, that was one of those things where, like, I think I was on Spotify by that point. I know I was. And it was like, hey, you might like this. And I did. It's just like, it's good, like, pretty low stakes rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. It's a cool record. All right. My next pick, I had to do this. I had to talk about them. This is a band that I feel has always been good, but I think their power is their consistency, and I think their power is their they're just redefining themselves, but like they're playing within the rules of what they are, but they're just like getting better at being themselves, if that makes any sense. And I'm of course talking about our boy Bjorn and Soilwork.
When you said consistency, man, that's exactly where my mind went.
Yeah. So as a drummer, I look at Soilwork quite a bit. Like they're definitely a huge inspiration for me. Like that, they've had a couple different drummers, but like consistently the drumming on their records is unbelievable. It's like deceptively good and like complicated. And it's just gotten better and better and better. And Bjorn himself, he's the singer. He has taken on this, like, he doesn't want to just scream. Like, yeah, he's going to give you the goods. Like, he's going to give you some brutality, right? You're going to get it. But he's also going to give you the catchiest, most well-sung choruses that exist. Like, the dude could kill you with a chorus.
I know, and the crazy thing about his vocal style is, or at least his vocal performance, is the consistency, like you mentioned, where you listen to the early Soilwork records and then you put on some of the later stuff, and he is just as good from a performance standpoint.
I think he's more confident now, days. But you're totally right. Like he's always had it, and he always delivers it. Mm-hmm. I think these guys are in the top. Like as far as what we've all talked about, I think these guys might be the most accessible one.
For sure.
Maybe Witchcraft pretty good, but I think Soilwork has a lot to offer, and they're so accessible if people don't know Soilwork. I mean, you can pretty much start anywhere after. I mean, what record do you start at? I mean, right around the year 2000. I mean, that's when it really becomes what it is, and then stays that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say like I think their classic track would have to be Needle Feast from back in the day. I love that one, but I don't know. I mean, Krefft, do you think Stabbing the Drama would probably be a good place to start?
It's hard for me to not say that because like that's one of the first ones I heard. Natural Born Chaos maybe was the first, but like, yeah, it's hard not to say. I mean, it's so hard to beat that record. It's
I would say Natural Born Chaos would be if we're gonna give an official recommendation, that's what I would say.
Is it Follow the Hollow? That's like first track, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it has that, it's this thing I've always loved as a drummer. It has that thing where the rhythm guitar follows the kick, and it does this thing where it's like but in those spaces, you have just a crash cymbal and you have this fucking awesome synth going, and it's
the pad just
it's just down. A pad. It's so good. And then it does that little like trip stop, and then it keeps going, dude. Follow the Hollow. If you listen to Follow the Hollow, if you're a metal fan and you don't like it, I don't know. Turn this off. I don't know. It's amazing.
No, I totally agree, and like it actually that's a great dovetail into my next band, and we might want to talk about the broader, I guess, Gothenburg scene with these guys as well, or at least the big three, because I was going to go with Dark Tranquillity next. Mainly a lot of the same, I guess, stylistic elements that Soilwork has. But for me, when you think about Dark Tranquillity, Soilwork, and In Flames, Dark Tranquillity was always my favorite. They don't have that consistency that Soilwork had, but I mean, goddamn, dude, the song Terminus from back in 2007, that might be, at least in my opinion, the best song from like when you think about Gothenburg style melodic death metal.
The only thing that would make that song better was if his vocals were maybe a little bit better. But look, I like his vocals. Don't get me wrong. But he's doing like the screechy witch voice the whole time. When like if we could get a little melody, like just put Bjorn in there. If they had Bjorn, that record and that album would be unstoppable.
You know, I have to agree with you on that. Their vocalist could be a little bit more varied in his delivery.
I like it though. I do, and I like Dark Tranquillity a lot.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that song,
Damage Done was also a great album by them. Just probably my favorite of those big three bands from Gothenburg.
Yeah, Dan, do you know them?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
These are all bands that are Spotified throughout my everyday listens. So.
Hell yeah.
But I will be paying a little more attention. You know me. All right, let's do Tribulation. I think they're underrated.
Yep.
The Children of the Night from 2015 is where I came in. Got a little gothic vibe to them. That record is a very growly voice. The new record from 2024, Sub Rosa, they changed it up a little bit, cleared up some of the vocals, and I think it's really good. I think the change is really good. But I think overall, their discography is super fucking solid. I know probably the vocals might turn a lot of people off, but...
Not this bitch.
Yeah. I think... I don't know, just a very underrated band that I think should be way bigger. I think they're touring the U.S. right now. Eric, look out. They might be close to Denver, I think. I don't know.
They're right behind you.
I would have to look into that, but I'm really glad you mentioned that band because that is actually the band that got my wife into metal.
Oh, really?
Believe it or not. Yeah, we saw them live, God, I want to say back in 2015 with the band Death Heaven. here in Denver. And my wife at that time she was really into musicals, didn't like scream vocals, didn't get metal, anything like that. And Tribulation walks on stage. They're these really like lanky Swedish dudes that have the corpse paint on. They look like their bodies they're like corpses risen from the late 1800s. And they do this little intro thing on stage, and they do the stereotypical, like, the drummer, guitarist, they all hit that intro chord that we all know, and they kind of flail around for a second, and you see the dust rise off of them like they're literal corpses that just rose from the grave. And I remember my wife turned around and looked at me and she said, "I get it now," and went on to just love the show and get into metal from there. So great pick.
Hell yeah, man.
I'm fully erect from that story. Well, I have to give credit to Dan because I didn't know them, and Dan gave them to me as a recommendation. And I remember when I got into that album, I mentioned it to you, Eric, and I was like, "Hey, these guys are pretty good." You're like, "Yeah, I've known them forever. They're great." And I was like, "Why did no one tell me?" Yeah, that new record is really good. And I have gone back and done their older stuff, but it's like hard for me to not just love the new one the most because I've listened to it a bunch and a couple great tracks. My Spotify still throws Saturn Coming Down at me almost every day.
That's not a bad thing.
It's got a great chorus. That's a good track. I mean, it's a great record.
I need to give that a spin. I haven't really gotten into that one yet.
I love the gothic angle of it. It does have a little bit more of that gothic flavor that I more appreciate than ever. I know there are a lot of goth bands who I probably should love but don't. But I feel like maybe they might be inspired by. And so maybe I feel like maybe this might be my way in a little bit on some of those other bands. So yeah, no, they're a great recommendation. So Dan, I'm still thanking you for that because they're good.
Yeah, I mean, I try to keep up a lot with what's coming out, and it's on my radar, of course. And I think it was probably like a month after it came out that I was like, all right, it's time to give the new Tribulation a spin. And I was like, fuck, I should have been listening to this as soon as it came out. So
yep.
It's something I'm still spinning, so definitely check them out.
All right, I'm going to give you a couple here because I kind of think they sort of fit in the same boat. And I have to shout these guys out because Eric, our buddy Yachts, is a huge fan. And it's Dead by April.
Oh,
he loves that one.
Guys.
They have this song, is it Angels of Clarity? Where it like has this cool synth thing, and then it comes in with this like heavier metal riff, but then they kind of sound like what if NSYNC was a metal band. Like, would you agree with that?
Yeah, and I completely forgot about those guys. I'm literally saving them right now.
I'm putting them with Scar Symmetry.
Okay.
I think they're kind of two sides of a similar coin. Scar Symmetry though has this sort of sci-fi, more not operatic, but like it is a little bit more, I think sci-fi is the right word, and they have some more progressive elements, but they still have this like kind of poppy bright vocal along with the Cookie Monster thing and tons of synth.
Their vocalist is next level good, especially on the cleans.
Unbelievably. Yeah. And it's like not just like his performance, but I really appreciate more than ever some of the writing and some of the performance and those like just the harmonies and just like some of those melodies are mind blowing. So yeah, I'm gonna put Dead by April and Scar Symmetry together. Not that they're like absolutely the same sounding, but to me they're enough that I'm gonna put them kind of in a similar boat.
Yeah, their singer, I think his name's Christian. He has actually a solo project, an acoustic solo project. If you haven't checked that out, it's very good as well.
Okay.
So
thanks. Yeah, great. Do you know what it's called, or I can find it?
I think it's his name. I think it's Christian Elvestone or something like that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So very good.
Cool. But yeah, kind of taking it away from metal here, and this kind of goes to my original point of Sweden being a huge musical exporter. A lot of artists that you have heard but may not know they're Swedish. I have to give it to Avicii. From Stockholm. I mean, especially with his song Levels. I remember I was living in Västerås, Sweden at the time when it was released, and we would go out clubbing, and that song was just starting to blow up. So I heard it all throughout the time I was there. And then when I moved back stateside, it started to blow up.
It was just
here,
hitting.
So I felt like, yeah, I just feel like I could not escape from that song for a long time. But, from like the EDM side of things, Avicii would definitely be a huge recommendation.
Sure. Yeah, that it was inescapable, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
We'll add it to the official DK and Dan Like Bands playlist. You can find that exclusively on Spotify.
Available now.
Hey, you're on the internet looking at feet, because it's time for the Viagra boys. And if you're not having a good fucking time with them, I don't know what you're doing with your life. And that brings us to DK. Did you take that recommendation? Did you put the Viagra in your system?
Yes, I did. And I didn't take as deep of a dive as I will. I will dive further. But yes, I have listened to some songs, and I pretty much halfway through the first one, I was like, I get it. I get what everyone's saying. Okay, I get it. This is fun. It can go on some playlists. Like, yeah, it's a little goofy, but it's like, it's fun. It's just fun, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I give it a thumbs up. It's pretty unique too, right? It's just fun. I don't know how else to call it. It's fun.
Said that's a good, like, if you're having a party, you could throw that on and everyone would be like, all right, okay. So, Viagra Boys, check them out. On tour this fall throughout the United States.
All right.
Get some Viagra, boys. Yeah, I have a thing where sometimes I just have this thing where like music has to be serious. And so like when I hear something fun like that, my initial reaction is almost always like, what is this shit? I don't want this. I want something serious and artistic, and I want something that's going to rip my heart out, or that's going to just, I'm going to hear something so amazingly technical or like mind blowing that I'm going to go, ah! But something like the Viagra Boys, you need that. It's just fun. You need fun in your life, okay? So I'm also going to recommend them. Probably, I'll say that this is probably my last one. And everyone knows that I just have to talk about Catatonia. Listen, okay? I've already talked about them a lot on this show. I love them. They're my favorite band. I would put them as my favorite band. They're very vibey, very gloomy, very depressive. I like their heaviness mixed with their clean vocals. Look, are they the best at every aspect of what they do? No, but I like the package that they deliver. I like the vibes. I mean, like, I love the clean vocals, and I love the clean. They're awesome. And it's just something where like I feel like maybe I'll have to defend it a little bit, because like, yeah, I listen to a lot more extreme shit than Catatonia. So if, like, for me to say they're my favorite band, like, I get it, but they're the most they're so easy for me to just turn on, and I immediately love his voice. If he left the band, I don't know what I would do, because they're not the band anymore.
No, I get it.
I followed them really since Great Cold Distance is when I really first started listening to them, like 2005, 6, something like that.
Around then, yeah.
That's when I found them, and something in there connected with me. Like, I was a big Tool fan and some other stuff like that, and like I think there's like maybe there's some kind of progression there. I wouldn't really put them in the same class as Tool. They're not the same, but they're not always the most technical, but there is a lot of technicality there sometimes. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I mean, Eric, do you have anything to add to this? I mean, I almost feel like... go ahead. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, they have like some really interesting rhythms that they use, and I agree with you from a technical aspect. They're not the best at what they do, but they really grew after that Great Cold Distance album. The stuff before it, I don't think was objectively that great, but the records after are incredible.
Yeah. I mean, Dead End Kings.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
And, okay. I was going to say, and, one of the newer songs, I really like Atrium a lot.
Oh, fuck yeah. I reference that on our DM like all the time. I love that hotel line. I don't know what it is. I just love that shit.
The one thing that I will bust them on is it's on that album. I think it might be Birds.
Fighters or Birds? I thought you were going to say Fighters.
No, I think it was Birds, where they do the random counting in the back, like they're saying like the random numbers, and to me, that just screams like they stole that from Porcupine Tree.
Holy shit! I didn't even think about
like
that.
it?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if I'm sure someone has done it before them, but yeah,
like Steven Wilson will always have like in the background in some of those songs like 0, 3, 6, 9.
Yeah. That's a good. I don't know. I'm not going to ding them, but that's a good point. Dan, you were going to say something.
Oh, I was just going to say Catatonia I was always attracted to the vocals whenever I first got into them. So, but I am looking forward to the new record, and we'll be talking about it. So,
yeah, hell yeah.
Cool. I think for my next pick here, I would have to say Fever Ray. Not to be confused with Sugar Ray. But
damn it.
I think, Fever Ray, they're technically, I would call them pop, but it's very dark, very grown up. I love that brooding sound. What was that? The big song that was in Breaking Bad, If I Had a Heart, that everyone knows, is amazing. But I think my favorite song from them is Keep the Streets Empty for Me, if you're familiar with that.
I don't know that song, but I know the Breaking Bad one.
Mm-hmm. It's off of that song as well, is off of their self-titled album, I believe from 2009. It's definitely worth a listen.
You're recommending it to me? Because I will listen to it if you recommend it to me.
Yeah, I highly recommend that.
You have to.
Okay.
That's a rule.
I'll do it.
Yeah. And I think, if we're on the subject of pop as well, I'll kind of do like a 2-for-1 here. There's a band called Gamel. They sing almost exclusively, I think, in Swedish. But they have a song called Sånger från förut from back in 2019 that is just, it's kind of fun, like radio pop, but the lyrics are wonderful. It just sounds very grown up. It's very, they have a lot of talent, let me put it that way. They're not just like a bubblegum throwaway pop band.
Is there like a Kent or a Kemp?
Yes, that is the last band I wanted to talk about.
Okay, because I did listen to quite a bit of that this week, and I was like, all right, I get it.
We can mention them now. Yeah, I mean, Kent is probably, I think they're the most popular rock group within Sweden and like broader Scandinavia. They sing almost exclusively in Swedish. They're kind of like, I would say Scandinavia is maybe U2.
Yeah, I can see that.
Just for reference here.
Okay.
Yeah. So that kind of that style, but they have a song, it's called Utan Dina Andetal, that is extremely famous. Like if you look at Swedish singers, like a lot of them will cover that song. If there's a song to know in like a Swedish rock song, kind of like a ballad, I would recommend that song.
I'll look at Lisa Miskovsky. If you want me to look at one, I'll look at her.
For a while.
You got another one, Dan?
No, not really. Ghost,
No?
I guess.
Sure, Ghost, Meshuggah, blah, blah.
Let me ask you this. I got a question. Did Ghost just steal what Candlemass was doing? No?
I guess I don't know. I don't know enough about Candlemass to really be able to tell you that for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. For me, I just never got into Ghost. I probably heard them like way after I got into metal, and there's just something about Ghost that I can't knock them. I celebrate their success. I think they deserve every dollar that they make and every bit of recognition that they can get. I just was never, something about them just never gripped me.
But now, don't you like some of his other projects? Is that you?
So, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, there's a band called Magna Carta Cartel that I think they have some overlap with Ghost, and I really like that band.
Yeah. I think we could get you. I think there are some Ghost tracks that we could get into your skin.
I have to say, I like their song. I think it's a cover, If You Have Ghosts. I like that one.
That was on my list, baby. That was in my top 3. Yeah, that's a good one. There's a couple I think that you would be totally okay with. Like, I think of them, I put them with, at least from a certain era, I put them with Him a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the band Him, or with our boy. With, VV himself. So I think they have some stuff that's in that range that is sort more of like a goth rock type thing. I mean, not so much right now. Right now they're doing this sort of 80s throwbacky thing, which, whatever. I listened to the album a ton. It's like one of those things where I'm done trying to fight it. Like, I'm fine with it. I like it. It gets played because Zora likes them a lot. It's like the first band she ever liked was Ghost. And, my wife, Ghost is her shit. It's on all the time. It's just one of those things where I've absorbed it. Nothing I can do about it.
And if you like it, you like it, and there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like I don't want to say like it's the same style, but they kind of remind me of Sleep Token, where they're doing their own thing, and a lot of people hate them. And obviously they have a huge following, but I mean, don't hate a band just to hate a band, right?
Right. Listen to a couple of their songs and then decide that you hate them.
Mm-hmm.
I hate them.
Yeah, I don't like Sleep Token at all.
I actually enjoy Sleep Token. I think they sound fresh. I'm not going to say they're one of my favorite bands, but
sorry. I think they sound fresh.
They sound fresh.
Yeah, if you're into Imagine Dragons, I guess.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Eric,
yeah.
You guys can
Eric,
you can hate on me.
But like you just said, like what you want to like. It's honestly, it doesn't matter.
No
to me.
judgments here.
Yeah, for real. No judgment whatsoever.
Eric, I love the Counting Crows. I mean, come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like with Sleep Token, though, I'm not going to get into a defense of them by any means, but I feel like a lot of people hate them to hate them, right? Because they're so popular, but maybe I'm wrong.
It's not that way with me. I listened to their music and I just couldn't. It didn't do anything for me.
Sure.
I liked when it was getting like heavy and rhythmically interesting. There's some stuff there that's really cool, but like the vocals turn me off so much that I was just like, I cannot get into this.
I can see that.
Let's just get away from the metal word. Like,
I would put them like they're more nu metal than metal. Could we agree on that? Or no? They feel nu metal to me.
Yeah.
It's rappy.
They kind of have that genty sound on the guitars, like really low detuned guitars.
Right, but then like there's like rap elements too, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they do throw in rap.
Which is not a dig. It's just for whatever reason, I haven't been able to get into them.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that to me they don't really come off as nu metal. I mean the rap is there and I can see the similarity, but I don't really feel like they're nu metal. But that's my opinion.
I don't know if anyone else is saying that. I might be insane.
You are.
It feels better to know. Thank you. Now I'm not wondering.
You will.
All right.
You get in your car tomorrow morning.
Oh, God. No, I won't get into my car. It's still in the shop. I'm furious.
You get in the taxi tomorrow morning.
No, I'll get into my wife's car, which is a hell of its own. We'll talk about that off pod. That's all the Swedish bands I really need to talk about. There's a ton more great stuff. Does anyone else have any more that are like you feel like we must mention?
I mean, I do have to mention one more.
Do it, Eric.
And the Rednecks. Like when you think about like high school dances and middle school dances, like Cotton Eye Joe, that band is from Sweden, believe it or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a nightmare.
So we answered the question of where does he come from and where does he go?
Somewhere in Sweden.
I assume
probably
back to Sweden.
Stockholm.
Oh, that's hilarious. I didn't expect to hear Rednecks on this list.
Yeah.
And they have that other song I just became aware of. It's called like Pop Up an Oak or something like that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I haven't
It's
heard it now.
just Cotton Eye Joe. It's like they rearranged.
It's just like a rehash.
It's like they rearranged the syllables of Cotton Eye Joe.
Let me write this down. What?
I think it's called like. Look, maybe I have the name wrong. Oh, you're not serious. You're joking. You're joking with me. I don't know. Listen. Who am I? Nobody. They let them have their Cotton Eye Joe success.
Cotton Eye Joe's a song that we can all agree that if it never got played ever again, I think we'd be all right.
Yeah.
That and Sweet Home Alabama. Just
cage match
lock 'em
between
up.
Cotton Eye Joe and the Venga Boys. Who wins?
Oh, God.
Rednecks versus the Venga Boys.
I'm going rednecks, man. I'm sorry.
I'm taking Cotton.
Okay. What if they joined forces and became the worst thing you've ever heard?
Everybody would love it.
Whoever wins, we lose.
Tours.
It would be one of those things that would make millions of dollars because they would cash in on the stupid. Like, is Creed doing that right now?
Yes.
Like cashing in on their funny, the hate?
I mentioned that on the other podcast, and everybody like shit on me because they're like, I'm like, we were done, everybody. Like, we were done, guys, and now it's here again.
Okay,
and it's worse.
I don't mean to continue a conversation from another podcast that I definitely know.
Podcast.
I do know what you're talking about, and I wanted to weigh in and did not. But this is the music podcast, so I feel like I can do that.
Thank you.
Creed, I feel like for our generation, like became a joke. Like at first, yeah, we were into it, but then like became a joke. All the stories about him like being on coke in hotel rooms and like making hookers listen to Creed while they fuck. Like I've heard all these insane things, right?
Dude, they couldn't even sign for a show up at Pops, man. Like, yeah, nobody wanted them.
Yeah. They became a joke, but then now I was at work a couple weeks ago and there's we have a younger guy like in early 20s and he's like, Creed is legit, dude. Creed, I'm not going to lie. Creed is heat, dude. Creed's fire, bro. I was like, you don't know, do you? You got no idea.
Look up Scott Stapp and a cell phone, dude. Like,
I don't know, man.
I haven't thought about them in so long.
Yeah, and the thing people always say, like, oh, look, it's a great guitarist stuck with a shitty singer, and like that may be true, but you know, he's still in Creed. He still chooses to remain in Creed.
What's I see on Instagram a lot the meme. It's like the JBL speaker meme, and it's like the Creed song being played on the shitty speaker in these random historical contexts or whatever.
Amazing. Or I recently saw, and I'm glad we're talking about this, where someone edited the music video for what is the song called? One Last Breath, and it's like what it would actually sound like, and so like you can barely hear him. There's so much wind. He's up on this cliff. It's really funny. I'll link you guys. It made me laugh pretty hard. Yeah, it's just fucking stupid. Anyway, I'm glad we ended our cool conversation about Swedish bands that people should know with a discussion on Creed.
Well, I was gonna say too, are either of you guys into hip hop or rap? I'm sure a lot of your viewers might be. I would have to just also recommend the rapper Petter and also Timbuktu as being great examples of Swedish rap. Again, it's pretty much all in Swedish, but those would be my recommendations on that front.
That's cool.
Timbuktu. I can remember that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I write all these down, Eric, so I do get to them eventually.
And I can share I can share my list.
Any news, any metal music news that we want to cover before we go? Because I know we keep forgetting to cover the news.
We had a sleep token in there, the biggest thing in metal. We kind of discussed that. DK, you did hit me up with President. I did listen to this.
What do you think of that?
I thought it was all right, man. I wasn't mad at it. But
to me, it's like a tone down. I mean, I do think they're coming for Sleep Token's money, to be honest.
Now is the time.
They're a masked band. That's their whole thing. Is the dude is wearing a mask, and supposedly we don't know who it is, but I've seen some rumors as to who people think that is.
Bestel.
I don't know, but basically, yeah, I think it's fine. I don't hate it.
I thought it was all right.
I don't love it, but I don't hate. Like, so that came out, I think maybe around the same time as that most recent Born of Osiris track. And Born of Osiris for me is like a huge thumbs up. I think I'm on for them forever. I'm signed up.
They're definitely good.
They keep just blowing me away. I love them.
Is that
the last
an
album?
episode?
It's gonna have to be when this album comes out.
All right.
Unless you're not into them.
That's not what I asked. It's not what I said.
Please, sir, put down the knife.
If it's an episode, it's going to be an episode.
You just put out your cigar on me. Why?
When does that come out? Tell me that later.
Okay. But no, I Born of Osiris is a big one for me. And I think that most recent single is a pretty cool. I think it might be an interesting way in for some people because, like, once again, I do think maybe we do somewhat of a Sleep Token vibe in there. The clean vocal is more present than ever, but they're doing their genty, metally thing with some cool electronics going on. I can definitely see them kind of reaching in a little bit and maybe trying to grab some of the Sleep Token just with that one song. Because the other tracks don't have it as much, but this one definitely does. What is it called?
You sent it.
I'm asking a room of people. I was just listening to it.
Nice.
It's called Through Shadows. Through Shadows.
I'll have to check that out. Does anyone know, has the new Behemoth dropped yet?
Yes.
Okay.
About 2 weeks ago.
Got it. Okay. They're another band that's like super consistent.
I'll say
I haven't listened to it yet.
Consistency goes along with shit of God. Yes.
Yes.
We almost did. I thought about doing an episode, Eric, on it, but
Okay.
we like our time.
I would have
DK.
done it. Oh, yeah, that's
I
true.
know.
Yeah. Listen, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do whatever you want.
We're only hitting one episode in May, which is fucking fine with me. I don't give a
That
shit.
means we're doing it right, buddy.
But I got an idea for another episode. We're gonna go on a wild ride. Probably after this Catatonia episode. So
Whatever makes sense.
yeah, we'll talk. You know that, Eric. Such a pleasure, man.
Yes.
So much knowledge.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on. This was great.
I feel like we need a Sweden part 2 or something.
Yeah, I mean, I will come back anytime you guys would like. So feel free.
Well, Eric, you know I love seeing your face. You're one of my best friends in the entire world. So, you know, I was only natural. I was like, well, we're doing a music podcast. Like, I gotta get Eric in here. He's my dude. So yeah, thank you. Thanks you for sharing your knowledge and your opinions on this. Dan, I feel like I talked over you the entire show. I'm so sorry.
Dude, I knew this was your territory. I'm not. I'm welcome in Sweden, but I know you're leading the way down that path, and Eric too.
Leading it to Sweden.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. Well, Eric, tell people, I mean, please, once again, plug your shit. Anything you want to plug. People need to listen to this stuff. They need to know about it.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go check out AETHRA, I know it's spelled super weird, but you can go check out the albums The Evening Red and Persiderna on Spotify, Apple Music, etc.
Will you spell it for people?
Yes. So Persiderna would be PERSEIDERNA, I believe.
And AETHRA, how do you spell it?
So it's an Icelandic I, so the A and E together, and then an EV, so the D with the little line, and then RA. I was so smart when I made that name, man, when I chose that Icelandic word.
Yeah, so for people trying to find it, look for the link. Mm-hmm. I'll get it.
Yeah, I would say, I don't want to say AEDRA, because that is actually, I think, a Danish band, but...
and fuck them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So... bad branding on my part.
Well, where do you want people to listen to that? Where's the best place for them to hear it for you to support you?
Probably Apple Music.
Okay. Mm-hmm. We'll try to find that link.
Cool.
Awesome. And then, of course,
all right, gentlemen.
Home is Midnight. I want to just get it out there. We have some tracks out there. There's more coming.
When we get that album out, we should probably do a little recap on that. I'd be happy to come back for that.
Let's do it. That album, it's coming. Listen, it's coming. All right. We've got so much work done. We're there. The songs are fucking awesome. I'm really excited about it. So we'll get there.
I'm excited.
Thank you.
Link that.
All right, gentlemen.
Excellent. Dan, anything else?
No, that's all I got. Hey, we'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening.